Hi, my name is Billy D'Addario, and I write romance novels. And today I want to talk to you about reading critically for writers. And writers should read books. They should read a lot of books. And they should read books both inside their genre and outside their genre. And they should read good literature. But they should read different than most people read. They should read looking for good writing. And they should be looking for good technique. And then they should look not to replicate, not to steal the other person's words, but to replicate the technique and see how it would work for them, see how it would work in their style, see what they could borrow from the other person's style that might be useful for them. So that's what you want to do. So when you're reading reading technically for writers, one of the things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get rid of the idea that you can't write in books. I know it's sacrilege. I know that everybody wants to not write in books because books are holy to writers. They are a special what's the word that I want to use? They are a special treasure held in high regard, and writers do not want to deface books by writing in them. But one of your greatest tools is going to be being able to write in books, being able to take notes in books, being able to underline things in books, take notes in books, things that say like, I really like this passage. I like the alliteration. I like the, excuse me, I like the prose here. Whatever it might be, you're going to want to be able to look at that and say, hey, I really like this, I really like that, whatever it is that you've come across that you like. So there are 4 things that you need to do when you read critically. You're going to want to read your books twice. You're going to want to read through things twice, 2 times. Once, just that way you can enjoy the book. And then the second time you're going to want to read through it critically. It's that way you can mark things. It's that way you can remember them. Excuse me. You're going to want to ask why did you like things? Why didn't you like it? You're going to want to underline particular lines you thought were memorable, paragraphs that worked well. You're going to want to underline lyric language. Not that you're going to want to look for purple prose, but you're going to want to look for lyrical language. You're going to want to think about characters. You're going to want to, did the characters feel real? Did the characters move the story? Did you care about the characters and what the characters were doing? You're going to want to think about the scenes. Were the scenes engaging? Did the plots work? What drove the action in the story? Those are the things you're going to want to look at the things that you should care about when you're reading a story. You're going to want to look at, did you have a clear understanding of where each scene took place? Did the author use all 5 senses to help draw the picture out? So you had a clear picture of what was happening. Did the author use all 5 senses? Hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, feeling. Did they use all the 5 senses? Those are some of the 5 things those are some of the things that you need to think of when you read critically. And again, don't be afraid to mark up books, except library books. And if you do have a library book, one of the things that you could do is you could take a photocopy of the page, take a photocopy of the front of the book, so that way you have the title and the author, and then take a photocopy of the page where the of the thing that you liked, and then you can mark right on the page. Sasha Black, in her book, her book about prose, she suggests that you actually collate using Microsoft Excel. making columns for the author, and then that way you can collate things alphabetically and things like that. I'm not quite that anal. I don't do that. I just mark it in the book, and then I put the book away, and that way I've got a sense of what it was that I liked about that book and things like that, and I can go back and look at it later. So that's what reading is, how we improve our writing technically. And so we want to keep track of that. So let's make sure that we do that we keep track of our reading habits. Make sure that we read a lot. Make sure that we're reading inside and outside our genre. Make sure that we're reading both classical literature and modern literature. If you have any comments or questions, make sure that you leave them below. I want to know what you're reading, what books that you like reading, what books that you've learned from recently, what writers move you to, that you think that you've improved by reading. Excuse me. Don't forget to leave a comment below, share, like this, subscribe, and have a great afternoon. Bye.